What's good, YouTube? Back again with another reaction video. Today we got AR lying about Kirk Assassination. Now, today somebody dropped a video talking about Kirk Assassination and how it pretty much is a lie. Now, who's making this lie up? I have no idea. I've looked on all over social media and I saw certain people talking about how, everything's a hoax and, everybody's lying about the situation, how he actually died. He didn't die this way, etc. I've seen so many conspiracy theories. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Let's get right into this video. Waste no time. See what this guy got to say. I'm not an expert in this.
Guys, welcome back. Thank you for watching. Today's video is unfortunately going to be related to the tragic incident that happened last week. Of course, I'm talking about the Charlie Kirk assassination. Horrible event, tragic, shocking in general. Now, everyone has already made a million videos on the topic, so I'm not going to go into detail. In fact, I don't even know what I'm going to title this video yet, because I don't even want to use his name or the incident for views. However, the video is directly related to what happened, so I don't know yet. I'll figure that out later. All I can really say about the assassination itself is I don't remember a death in a very long time that's had this many people scratching their heads wondering what the heck happened, because it just feels...
Exactly.
This guy went around college campuses, debated people who disagreed with him on politics, and for the most part, did it in a very nice way. It's like the literal foundation of our First Amendment and what's supposed to make America a great and unique country. Everyone gets to bring their ideas to the table. You figure out whose ideas you like best. And
exactly.
Since everyone else is already doing that, I've decided not to. All I can really say is rest in peace, condolences to his family, and I'm sorry for your loss. Just a terrible event. However, one thing I do want to touch on is this theory that I keep seeing in pretty much every single comment section, that because of the distance and precision of the shot, it had to be a professional hit job done by a skilled shooter. A lot of people...
That's what I was thinking.
There's no way this kid could have made that shot. I saw a lot of this after the Trump attempt as well. I think that one was from 130 yards. At first, they said this was a 200-yard shot. Now I think they're saying it was actually 142 yards. If you haven't seen the video, that's probably best. Don't watch it. But he did get hit in the neck. And for the record, I think this guy actually missed his target as well. Obviously, it didn't matter because he got lucky. But I highly doubt he was aiming for a neck shot. It probably went low or high.
Yeah. Yep.
What I'm going to see you all in today's video is that personally, I believe any human being on planet Earth, probably even a child with no experience, could learn how to make that shot in under an hour of range time with a little bit of coaching. 30 cal rifle, magnified scope, 142 yards. That is not a difficult shot whatsoever. So all these theories that it was Mossad, CIA, deep state, hired assassins. By the way, I'm not saying any of those aren't plausible. It's just your only evidence cannot be the difficulty of the shot, because that is not a shot with the equipment that he used. So I'm going to try to prove it to you and hopefully put this myth to bed once and for all, so that, God forbid, if another one of these events ever happen, we can, avoid the shot difficulty argument and save time not reading so many of these comments. Plus, look at his rifle that they found in the woods nearby. I don't know about you, but that does not look like an assassin's weapon to me. Notice the scope mount hanging over the ejection port, barely on the rails, rings up against the turrets. It's just a disaster. We know he did not watch the channel because that setup is blasphemy. Now, to try and prove this point in today's video, the rifle we're going to use is my Savage Axis Bolt Action 308. This is not a 30-06, which is what Doofus used, but ballistically...
I ain't gonna lie, I don't know no shit about sniping and Call of Duty. Man, I know Call of Duty, but I don't know shit about sniping in real life and stuff.
It is very similar. 308 actually replaced 30-06 in military use. They do similar damage on target, similar weight, velocity, bullet drop, etc. The reason I'm using this instead of one of my 30-06s is because this is the cheapest entry-level bolt-action rifle that I own, with, by far, the cheapest, crappiest scope that I have. This is literally how they sell these rifles, for like $200 or $300. I have it adjusted the scope, leveled it.
$300, that's it?
Theory is, if it's possible with this, it would be possible with anything. And by the way, I am not an expert shooter, not former military, not former law enforcement, not a sniper, just a regular dude that shoots as a hobby. So let's see if we can do it. All right, guys, we've got our first target set up. Obviously, out of respect, we're not going to use ballistic dummies or any humanoid target like that. Just a regular paper bullseye at 142 yards. I'm going to aim right in the middle, and we'll see how an average shooter like myself can do at this distance with the crappiest equipment possible. It's a Savage. I actually like that rifle for the money, but the scope is pure butt cheeks, and it is like the cheapest rifle money can buy. So get it. Okay, we're at exactly 142 yards. I just painted it with my rangefinder. Let me. This is about as far as we can go on this shooting range. I've got 3 rounds in our magazine. American whitetail soft points, just basic hunting rounds, not like super accurate match grade ammo. I'm trying to stack all the odds against me so I can really prove the point. Now, from what I've heard, he was laying prone on that roof. He had a book bag, probably used it as shooting rest. I can't actually shoot from the prone out here because the bullets will go over the backstop, but I did bring out my table and I've got the rifle resting on just a regular book bag. So 142 yards, this is pretty...
Let's take a look at this, man.
3 rounds, 100...
That's 142 yards?
I also haven't checked the zero. I assume it's close enough, but what?
See this shit.
Okay. All right. 3 rounds. That one.
Yeah, but he hit that pretty accurate. Plus, you gotta factor in, angles and height.
All right, let's take a look at the shots. Now, keep in mind, this is not a one. That's if the rifle was like in a vise, shooting absolutely perfect with no human error. 2 MOA would be a 2.8-inch group, and so on. So factor in a little human error and the worst scope I've ever used, and that is the group we got at 142 yards with a cheap Savage Axis 308. Each one of those squares is 1 inch. I was yards without a doubt. Bring up
the only thing I could really say, man, is he's not leveled at the same level as this person. So he's not I mean, I guess bullet drop would be the same at that angle, at that height, right? You're leveled above something. I don't know how that works, bro.
You can see for yourself. We're saying that scope point. With the cheapest scope and rifle combination that I own at 142 yards, we just got 3 headshots on the very first attempt. Some people were speculating that maybe the guy aimed center mass and did not account for the bullet hitting high at that distance. this would certainly support that theory because all three of those did go a little bit high. So I think point proven. You need to be a professional assassin or a former Navy SEAL CIA agent to make a 142-yard shot. We just did it with the cheapest equipment that I own. If we had a better rifle, better optic, those bullets would be even closer together. And I think really anyone off the street with a little bit of experience could make that shot. And I'll reiterate, I don't think this guy even did make the shot. I think he missed his target. It just had the same end result. So everyone assumed that he was some deadly marksman, but I'm not buying it. I think the kid's a dork. All right, guys, before we get out of here, I want to up the difficulty a little bit. I've got 6 targets on the table. We're going to start with the biggest and then work our way down to the small.
Yeah, let's shoot these targets, man. I want to see this. We got a watermelon. Okay.
Smoked the what? So I'm going to try the clay pot. It's right next to the coconut, though. So maybe we'll get a twofer.
Beefer.
And, that's smoked it off the table. Not sure if we hit the coconut or the clay pot, but it's a little shit because they fell off the table. Our B cam might not have picked everything up, but I think you could see most of them from back where we were at, honestly. They were pretty.
You got every shot.
And how many pieces back there? Point insane and unnecessary to me. I didn't really want to make a video actually diving into the details because every other YouTuber on the planet is already doing that. But one thing that really bothered me, and again, it happened with the Trump situation as well, is I keep seeing comments from people saying that this had to be some professional assassin, Navy SEAL hit job. And I just don't buy that. And now you've all seen it for yourself. 150 to 200 yards is not impossible for a regular 20-year-old dork. Unfortunately, with freedom comes responsibility, also danger, and insane people do have access to the same stuff we do. I wish it wasn't that way, and I wish that this type of stuff never happened, but it does, and it's unfortunate. I really don't do well at talking about stuff like this. Obviously, rest in peace, Charlie, condolences to his family and all that stuff. It's just a sad situation that never needed to happen. But hopefully going forward, we won't be so quick to jump on the bandwagon of people that don't know what they're talking about. Anyone?
Yeah, I mean, everybody usually don't know what they talk about. That's pretty much it for this video. Let me know what y'all think. Crazy to see what happened. Well, I think somebody's lying, and I think something hoax. I don't know, man. It's all up in the air to me. Don't trust the government. Now, let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Hit that like button. Add your channel. Comment. Oh, and thanks for watching.